Thank goodness, a bit of sanity in the studio now.
Had you met Peter Kay? Have you heard of Peter Kay?
This is the first time I've met him. He seems lovely.
Yeah, you'll not forget it. So you won't. Taylor, is there a Scottish connection? I'm loving the tartan thing going on here.
Thank you. Yeah, I love Scotland.
Are the Swifts a clan?
We actually, well, apparently we are actually from there. But
really?
I liked the dress too, so
it
worked both ways.
Nice. How old are you to have such a prodigious talent, a fantastic voice? How old are you?
I'm 19.
Gosh, that is really spooky. And who were your musical influences? Who am I hearing there when I listen to you?
I was really influenced by mostly 3 artists: the Dixie Chicks, Shania Twain, and Faith Hill.
Excellent. Faith Hill. Ever met Faith Hill?
I have, actually. She's been wonderful to me and really has kind of made me part of the family. She's been amazing and came out and did a surprise performance at my my concert in Nashville. So she's been amazing.
I'd love to meet the Dixie Chicks. Got them on my iPod video. Very,
definitely.
very good.
And we have to say huge congratulations to you, because you are the youngest artist ever to win Entertainer of the Year at the Country Music Awards, which was that just last week?
Yeah, it was just last week.
How amazing.
Thank
age
you.
19. How much chance did you think you had of winning that? Was it a complete surprise? Did you know you were there because you were nominated? Or?
Well, when you're nominated for an award, I try to approach it from a really practical, like realistic angle, and I've never gone into an award show thinking, I think I'm going to win this. You know, if I'm nominated against 4 other people, I feel like I've got a 1 in 5 chance at winning it. And honestly, having everybody else in that category as my heroes, people I've looked up to for years, people who over the last couple of years I've opened up shows for and gone on tour with as their opening act. To win that award was absolutely just mind-blowing.
I mean, that's the hard bit, and then you go and get it, and then you get, as the president would say, some jackass comes up and says something. What about that Kanye West business and all that? How long did it take him to apologise to you?
He apologized a few days later, and I accepted that apology. And you know, looking back, I just try to focus on the positive of it, like all the artists and the fans who kind of
I think it wasn't so much a criticism of you. I think it was just this infatuation with Beyonce and this fact that he was so into Beyonce, really, I suppose. It wasn't... Or does he just hate country music and what you do?
I don't know. You know, honestly, it's something that happened a while ago, and
we'll not forget it. We'll not forget it.
But what did you do the night you won Entertainer of the Year? How did you then spend? Because I always think those things, you know, it's such a huge event, so exciting, and then you've got to go home. Are you still on a massive high when you get home? Could you sleep that night?
Well, they had an after party at my record label, and my record label's brand new. It's this small label, and I remember when our parties were just a few people sitting in a restaurant, and it was crazy that we had this big after party, and I hugged about 1 million people at that party, and then went home and sat at the kitchen table with my parents and ate cereal at 3 in the morning and said, "Can you believe this?" It was really fun.
And your parents must have been a huge support, because you need that, because you started very young, didn't you? Very young when you were first performing.
I started performing in children's theatre when I was 9 and 10, so I've always loved performance and being on stage and sort of the theatrical aspect of it, and I've really throughout the years incorporated that into my live show. I'm stoked. I'm playing Wembley on Monday and then playing in Manchester the day after. So
next week? This week?
This week.
Yeah, this week. Yeah. This Wednesday
in
coming.
a couple days.
Past.
It's now Friday.
Past.
No, coming.
Yes, that's what I said. Next week. Yeah. That's why you disagree. It's like speaking 2 different languages.
Yes. We are.
Yes, so that's to come. Excellent.
Yes.
So, like, you should watch A Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
Christmas past, Christmas yet to come.
Yeah. We've got there in the end.
Yes, we did get there in the end. But you were talking there about eating cereal 3 o'clock in the morning with your parents. How has your life changed? Your life must have changed greatly.
It's changed a lot. And it's been really fun because this is what I wanted my whole life. And just getting to see all these things happen, one by one, all the dreams that I had on a little checklist when I was 14 coming true. It's been wonderful. And going out in public or going to the mall or going to a restaurant, it's a lot more of a social situation than it was a couple of years ago. But it's really fun because I genuinely like talking to people.
I like that. It's much
well,
more
we like talking to you.
situation.
And your new single, which is 15,
yes,
which is from the album, that's out on the 23rd of November.
Yeah,
yes.
let's have a look and a listen.
Yeah.
Count to 10, take it in. This is life before you know who you're gonna be.
can remember 15 a bit better than we can.
It takes us a while.
It's about the pain and the growing up and the loves and the happiness and...
About looking back on things that you learned that year in your life, and I think if a lot of us look back to that year, a lot of definitive things happened, and we learned a lot of lessons that kind of turned us into who we ended up being. And at least that was the case for me. So this was a really personal song that I wrote, and I'm glad to see it become a single over here.
Lovely.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, and congratulations again on your
every
award.
success in the future,
Brilliant.
Taylor. Lovely to have you here. Thank you very much
Thank
indeed,
you.
Taylor Swift.